richest greyhound race in the world.
It's finally arrived.
The atmosphere is building, there's electricity in the air, one of the biggest nights the sport has to offer.
And the lure rolls for the Phoenix. And the best greyhound in Australia wins the world's richest race.
Very good morning and welcome to Cargo Hall in Melbourne for the Phoenix Box Draw of 2025. I'm Mark Olmos and I'm joined by the best form expert in the business in Nathan Rooney and the everywhere man Jason Patch Adams from GRV. What a race. We have assembled the fifth running of the Phoenix, Nathan Rooney. A few different angles this year.
Yeah, it's an intriguing box draw. I think it's most intriguing of the five now. There's a couple of mid-trackers, wide runners here, so you know, people are going to be waiting for that inside draw. I think it's more crucial this year than in any other.
Might have been the knock on previous box draws, Jason Adams, where everybody just picks from 1 out to 8. Different this year.
Yeah, it is, and they're always important, but it is different this time around. There just seems to be a bit more importance, and particularly with greyhounds who want to shift wide on the track. I mean, speaking to a few people in the room, there's some that are hard set on what they want, but others sort of weighing their thoughts on what everyone else does. So it's going to be really interesting when it plays out.
A sensational race. It has become the fifth running, as mentioned, of this wonderful, wonderful concept. The slot holders, Awesome Lodge with distinction, having start 6, the bitch, and David Burke Constructions with Deadly Avenger. Metro Jetting, Cumbria Jack, Ram Racing have gone with the other Steve Fitch runner in Ariza Sparkles. Sporting Legends, well, he just loves the Meadows. Slick Splits, that is. Sportsbet accredited the Hume Cup winner. Tabcorp with Mally Beauty and Total Container Solutions with the reigning Melbourne Cup winner in Kenya Mayhem. Let's go through them one by one, starting with Awesome Lodge's distinction, Nathan Rooney. This greyhound vibes a little bit like Wow She's Fast, who won the first 2 runnings of this race, lightly raced and a ton of early speed.
Yeah, I think that's a tactical play by Awesome Lodge and the Thompson Kennel. I reckon they can see there's not a great deal of natural early speed in this race. Now, she's going to give away plenty of experience. She's only had the 5 starts, all in low grade, maiden 6 7s, and just a grade 5 at Warragul, who we can see the last win of her on the screen now. They just want to find the leader. I think they just want to get out, get going, run 5 dead, sub 5, make their own luck like Scalacci did a couple of years ago. I think they've brought a totally different factor to this race today, and they just need the right draw. And I don't even know what the right draw is going to be. She can punch up off the fence, but she's got enough speed. If she draws the extreme wide, she can get around them and set up a bit of a break. She's an interesting player, and she must be respected out of that camp.
And of course the Thompson factor. Deadly Avenger for David Burke Constructions. We know this greyhound earlier on in the year dominated out west and returned somewhat back to best last week.
Yeah, this run in the Melbourne Cup heat or on Melbourne Cup night was one of the best runs he had in the last 6 months. He's been a Group 1 winner of the Perth Cup. He's travelled quite well, and there's been a few knocks in the media this week about him changing kennel for a couple of weeks. If you go through, 4 times he's left the Borg kennel, gone into state, won first up every time, and then on the return trip home, he's won all 4 returns back in Victoria. The 10-day 12 days with Jason Thompson is perfect. He's a major player, and it's a really smart move by David Burke Constructions.
Cumbria Jack for Metro Jetting, trained by Steve Fitch. This greyhound, perhaps the fastest in the country.
I wouldn't say perhaps, he is. He's got some serious times next to his name. He's street smart, he can go inside, he can go around. We see his trial here at the Meadows, 29.53 first look. He does lack a little bit of tactical early speed, but he's one of the kind. He's 16 wins, 23 starts, 6 minors. He's the one that doesn't matter what's in front, they'll be looking where Cumbria Jack is. He's the X factor, and if he gets a clear run, he's the fastest dog.
Well, the kennel mate Ariza Sparkles will Run for Ram Racing, the Dapto Megastar winner, a very, very handy chaser in her own right.
Yeah, and she was good in the Top Gun. She was just out-muscled by Slick Splits late, but she's got early speed, she rails. She's been here for a month with the Wheelan, so she's had a good preparation. She hasn't nailed to win Victoria, but she does everything right, and that's what you need. She's a no-frills chaser. She speeds, she rails, she's put herself into the race. She can handle the pressure, and she's going to be a major player come Saturday evening.
These trials we see of the Steve Fitch Greyhounds, what did you make of them, Nathan?
Yeah, well, this one's prior to the Top Gun, so this was a nice, solid trial without being brilliant, but I just think she's just a good race animal. She just gets on speed, she does everything right, she makes her own luck, and she's had that 4 or 5 weeks here in Victoria to really customise down to the Wheelans. They've got a plan, they've stuck with it, and she'll be ready to peak come Saturday night.
Now, for Sporting Legends, there was a bit of conjecture around this greyhound and whether he'd make it to the race because of the 2 Group 1 wins at the Meadows, which we know is such an advantage. Slick Splits we speak of, he's really burst onto the scene.
Oh yeah, he's a greyhound on the way up. We see him here winning the Top Gun from a middle pin draw. That's going to be the key today because that's where he wants to be. He wants to be in the middle of the pack running in that straight line. He's a course and distance specialist. He's won 8 races out of his 13 career wins here at the Broadmeadows circuit, and 2 of them wins have been in the Group 1 Top Gun and Maturity. He was most probably off the table 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was a bit of a, deflation to connections, thinking he had an injury and he wasn't going to be here. Credit to the Daily team, credit to their veterinary staff to get him back, and then his trial on Monday by all reports has been first class. The break might have done a good. He's got some speed, the freshen up in between runs, he could be ready to peak, and he's a major player on his own deck.
Sportsbet have accredited the 600 metre Hume Cup winner, made its way to the Melbourne Cup final, so versatile.
Yeah, well, he's got speed when he gets to start right, and we've seen that in the Hume Cup and in the Melbourne Cup. He broke the sectional record over the 600 last time he was at the Broadmeadows circuit. Had a little pipe opener last night, didn't nail the start, and I think that'll be the key for Ned McDonald and Connections, is making sure he's on his best box minutes and comes out 29.76 last night in an exhibition trial. He can do it at the back end. He'll need the right draw and he'll need to come out, but he's in a red hot patch of form and he's a major player if he does everything at his best.
The second last greyhound to have a look at is Mally Beauty, the South Australian superstar. Went around on Thursday night at Angle Park going 30 and 18. Jake Cassoni got close, gave us a few scares, but we know how good she is. She won at Sandown last week on Melbourne Cup night too. Yeah,
and the win was good at Sandown. She didn't nail the start. She likes a wide draw, so they'll be hoping to get, mid to wide tonight with this box draw to give her that running line chance and some clean air. She's the one that's coming in with racing. Like she raced Thursday night. She's rock hard fit. She's been to the Meadows a couple of times. She's run 29.7 there, first look at the track. Her Top Gun run was very good considering she had an unfavourable inside draw and she missed the kick. That's not her, and she still ran 3rd in that Group 1 event. If she gets things on her own terms, she'll give them something to catch.
Will be huge for the butchers and, of course, the South Australian greyhound racing community. Kenya Mayhem, the last greyhound to have a look at for Total Container Solutions, the Melbourne Cup winner.
Brings the best form of recent times, doesn't he? He got the Melbourne Cup and he utilised the inside draws through the heat and final. He posted, 29.14 in winning. He's getting the start right. He's been a winner at the Meadows in sub 30, but that was very early days. He's elevated to a new level now. He's up to start number 20 come Saturday night. He should be starting to race in the peak of his powers, and if he can, draw down, if he can dictate from the front, he's going to be awfully hard to beat.
You can see Jess Hopkins over there just running the race through her mind and how he's going to win. Imagine that, to do an explicit to win the Melbourne Cup and Phoenix double. For this box draw, Jason Adams is going to run us through how it works.
Yeah, it's different, Mark. We know with box draws and the manual process in this sport, it's just about a lottery. It's a bit of a Tats Lotto style format, but this one's very different, as we know. So the random element is that Max, the steward here, will pick out a greyhound's name. The connections, all the slot holders will come up and select the box of which they want. So whoever's drawn out first has total clean slate as to which box they pick up, and of course following that it repeats until the filled, I should say. So it's very different, and it's going to be very strategic. We already know that.
It could be a little awkward too for a greyhound like Mally Beauty when the red's up for grabs and you go right away from it, which is what the expectation will be, Nate. So we'll get into it with our stewards, and we'll start off the box draw for the Phoenix 2025. The first runner is about to be drawn. As Jason mentioned, they will get the first crack at any box. There's even some phone calls going on, some strategy being played, which we've seen the last few years. But as mentioned, boxes 4, 5, 6 and 8 have been the winning draws thus far in the 4 runnings of the Phoenix. The first greyhound drawn, the maturity winner and the Top Gun winner, Slick Splits. Jason Adams, Nathan Rooney, what are we thinking for Slick Splits?
I wouldn't have said box 1, but that's where Corey's gone. So they're going to take all the favours and try to come out running. He does want to move up the track. I thought maybe 3 or 4, but they want to hold their rivals up the track and make every post a winner.
Easy decision, Patch.
Seems to be. Corey Heinrich, why box 1?
Pretty much it stops anything that needs it getting it, so that's all I can say.
Nate alluded to the trial of which he had earlier in the week at the Meadows. How impressive was it from the camp's point of view?
Yeah, really impressive. I didn't expect that coming from him, and just as I walked in there, the bloke on the boxes said that it was a wet track, and I thought, oh great, I've got slot holders here watching a dog, and thought, oh yeah, brilliant. But yeah, he came out and he went really, really well.
Does he have another trial before Saturday?
Yeah, I'll trial him Monday.
All the best.
Thanks very much.
Corey Heinrich there, guys. And the first curveball that we've seen today was Slick Splits going in the box 1.
And clearly fit and raring to go off of everything that we've heard in the media, Nath, which is sensational. Let's get on to box, well, will it be box 2? The second greyhound to be drawn for the box draw for the Phoenix. About to come out. And it will be Cumbria Jack, the visitor. Cumbria Jack, interesting to note too, Nathan Rooney. No greyhound, based from outside of Victoria, has won the Phoenix, and it's bound to happen sooner rather than later.
Yes, and I think Joshy might be playing a few games here. He wants to get straight on the kennel mate's back.
Do you reckon the phone's going to start ringing now, pretending to be on the phone?
Yeah, it will be, mate. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't take box 2 here. Slick Splits will not come out and move up the track. Cumbria Jack most probably lacks a yard early. He relishes inside draws. He will have the rail to his mercy if Josh picks that way.
Box 2, as we half expected for Cumbria Jack and Metro Jetting, next door to Slick Splits. So let's get a word now from Jason Adams and Josh.
Joshy, what conversation did you just have on the phone?
Oh, Steve wanted 3. I just said take 2, just get closer to the rail. I think Slick will lead him. We'll get a nice slot in behind him. I think the dog just needs a rug on his back, doesn't matter what colour it is.
He's clearly the fastest grade in the field, or very close to it. What does preparation look like for him from now up until Saturday's big one?
His prep's pretty much done. He'll just work at home and get him freshened up, and just hopefully he comes out running.
All the best.
Cheers, mate.
2 greyhounds drawn for the Phoenix 2025. Now for the third to be drawn. Spin of the wheel. I'm not good in nervy situations like this. I reckon the steward's playing games with us, but he's building the anticipation beautifully. Third greyhound out for the box draw of the Phoenix. The Melbourne Cup winner, Kenya Mayhem. Jess, you're not going to do the same as Josh, are you? Get on the phone and do all your pretending. We know where you're going. Surely. Box 3.
He'll try to beat Cumbria Jack to that spot behind Slick Splits, I'd imagine, and get to the rail straight in behind him. Or if he does ping the start like we've seen him do in the Melbourne Cup, he might be able to lead this race.
Jason, you're with a Melbourne Cup winning trainer.
Certainly am, Jess. It could be a fairy tale if you win next Saturday. But box 3 with the 2 greyhounds drawn inside of you, what are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, it sort of changed a bit when Slick Splits got the red. Had to get my phone and make sure. Just don't want to get taken out early, but hopefully we can beat Jack out, and hopefully he's running 5 dead again, and you never know, we get to lead, and he's going to be hard to run down. Obviously Cumbria Jack can, but hopefully we're far enough in front of the others.
His performance in the Melbourne Cup spoke for itself. How quickly did the phone calls start in terms of Phoenix interest?
I think I messaged Jared straight after. He said, "Well done." I said, "Have you got my phone number?" So, yeah, they didn't take long to sort of get the deal done. I was sort of told the Friday night that you're racing for $1.5 million in the Melbourne Cup, really, because if you win, you're pretty much in. So there's a bit of pressure on the Cup. So he's he's pulled up super. He's as fit as he can be, and he couldn't be in better form.
And lastly, where does the Melbourne Cup trophy sit at home?
It's actually up with the owner in Sydney, Frank. So hopefully he's got it on his mantelpiece. He'll be watching this now. Hopefully you're happy with the draw.
I'll tell you what, it'd be bloody hard to fit that thing on a shelf. So good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll find a spot.
Jess Hopkins there, guys.
Rated an $8 chance prior to the box draw. We now come up with the fourth greyhound for the box draw. Favourite prior to the box draw today was Cumbria Jack at $3.80. As we've seen, the shortest price favourite, starting favourite for the Phoenix so far was the first running Aston Rupee at $2.50. He finished down the track, very good greyhound, but it's not everything. It's not run on paper. Now the next greyhound to be drawn, Ariza Sparkles, the other of the Steve Fitch trained runners. We're going to get the decision soon. Ariza Sparkles, Megastar winner, $8 also prior to the box draw this morning. On the clock, 75 seconds. How do you rate her chances overall, especially with the draws that are left, Nate?
Well, I think they'll go 4. I reckon we'll keep going down the line here. They'll be looking to get up on speed. That's where she does her best racing. And they've gone to 5, so it'll be interesting if they wanted an odd number. Some of these greyhounds want to go in the front line, so it'll be interesting why 5 over 4.
Yeah, we heard that with Talgi and Scalacci last year, odd draws for them. Is it a similar sort of scenario, Patch?
Harley Wheeler, is that the case?
Yeah, no, Steve reckons she's better from the odd draw, so no, we decided to go that, and it's, hopefully she can come up the middle and get a good run.
Just explain to us why that's such an important thing.
He obviously knows it better than what we do. It's he obviously reckons she probably jumps better from an odd draw, and no, that's what he's happy with. Go with that.
She was announced as one of the first greyhounds earmarked for this race. How important has it been for her to be in your care for this period of time, to get used to the conditions down here and race more often at the city tracks in Melbourne?
Yeah, no, it's probably an advantage. It's saved travelling up and down the highway the whole time. But no, she's had a few good looks at the Meadows now, so it's no excuses.
And her racing performances since, I mean, she hasn't won since a semi-final of the $1 Million Chase. Has confidence been dented at all in the way that she's performed?
No, she's been going all right. There's Melbourne Cup heats are hard to win, and it's, the race the other night got running good time. So no, she's feeling good at home. She's done everything right. So no, full steam ahead Saturday night.
Good luck.
Thank you.
There you go, Ariza Sparkles. Box 5, somewhat of a minor surprise. We know this race, which is building every year, but the first 2 runnings, wow, she's fast, won it from off the speed. And then we saw Scalacci, first split leader, go on to win in the 3rd running. And last year was pretty much a dead heat to the first peg with Dacey's Rory and Explicit, who went on to win the race. Accredited the next greyhound drawn, the Hume Cup winner for Ned McDonald. And Sportsbet, what draw will they decide on? There's 4, 6, 7 and 8 left. Slick Splits, box 1 so far. Cumbria Jack, box 2. Kenya Mayhem, box 3. And Ariza Sparkles in box 5. Care to take a guess where Ned might go, Nath?
I'll be pretty confident to go 4, but he's looking to come to the extreme, so he wants to be outside. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to know why. He's not over-possessed with brilliant early speed. I wouldn't think he'd be able to Shanghai and cross off the pink, but they want some clear running, I'm guessing, so they're getting away from him. But there is a wide runner in 1, and Mally Beauty's still in the draw who wants to get up the track. So it'd be interesting to see Ned's thoughts on that draw.
Patch?
Ned, was that always a plan, or because of what's happened down here, you've sort of changed tack?
Just hoping Mally Beauty gets pulled out last and has to take 4, because I think the last couple of dogs, there's a couple that want to get to the pegs, so I'd rather be out there and try and get a card across than trying to get jammed up through them.
Aside from the strategy of the race, what's your feeling about him from a wide draw?
No, he handles a wide draw. Like, he won a Hume Cup heat from 8. He'll just hold his line. He won't crash. He won't run off. He'll just go dead straight, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, but a trial between races at the Meadows last night. What did you make of his run?
5:18 wasn't great, but hopefully he's got that out of the way, and next week he can go his 5:0s. But the overall trial was good. He hit the line good. His back section was good, so I was happy enough.
We've had plenty of success at the Meadows lately, mate. May you continue on Saturday. Good luck.
Fingers crossed. Thanks, mate.
Imagine that, a new age McDonald name on a new age honour roll of the Phoenix 2025 running this Saturday. Now, accredited box 8 repeating. There are 3 boxes left, 3 greyhounds left, and the next of them to be drawn is Mally Beauty for Tabcorp. Of course, a Group 1 winner, the Tab Adelaide Cup winner, and was absolutely sensational. The Queen of Angle Park, as I mentioned earlier, but has won on a couple of occasions in Melbourne, which will hold her in good stead, Nate.
Yeah, she's rock solid fit too. She had that win at Angle Park on Thursday night, and she's continued to race through. She's gone through the Melbourne Cup Carnival, then back to Adelaide. Now, how wide they go is going to be a bit of a question. I thought pre-box draw somewhere around 5 and 6, so 6 and 7 is still on the board. I wouldn't think they'll go to 4. I know boxes 1, 2 and 3 will be hoping for that, but I reckon 6 or 7.
Now, if I know Nick, yeah, he wouldn't go against the advice he had on the phone. Let's put it that way. Box 7 for Mally Beauty and Tab, which is what a lot of us expected. Patch?
Nick Hagger, what was the conversation you just had?
Oh, look, the conversation there was we want to be not kind of on the inside of a riser. So, I think 4 probably would have been the ideal, but we are very happy with number 7. I think we can probably jump hopefully a little faster than accredited and get the line that we want. So the conversation there was around 6 or 7. It's got a very strong record from box number 7. So we're happy. We're very happy.
And pretty cool for Tab to be back involved in the Phoenix as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, a bit of a hiatus last year, but we're back. So, very proud to be involved with the Phoenix, mate.
And the connection to South Australia as well. I know you guys are a big part of racing over there. To select one like Mally Beauty and the story that surrounds her, take on the big guns, as the interstaters have found it hard to do, must be a nice element to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You obviously got this sponsorship with GRSA over in SA, and Mally winning the Tab Adelaide Cup, obviously the SA Sprint champion as well. So, we're hoping to become the first SA trained dog to take out the Phoenix.
Good luck.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
It would be terrific for the Butcher family if they could get Mally Beauty to win a Phoenix. Winners so far out of this box draw to you, Nath?
Cumbria Jack, the major winner for mine. As long as he doesn't begin too well and Slick Splits does the early bullocking work, he should have the fence available if he's on his best box manners, and he's the winner at the moment.
Still Distinction to come and Deadly Avenger, the 2 Thompson trained runners. And we're about to find out which of the Ds will be coming out. First to select a box, and it's Distinction, the youngster, having start 6 this weekend. Wouldn't that be an unbelievable story and an incredible training performance? Shona Thompson has gone box 4 for Distinction, and with a greyhound of that much early pace, it might not matter.
No, for the middle, it's not a bad draw. She's going to get up and going. I would have thought she would have taken box 6 and tried to beat Mally Beauty, who will hold up the track early, but she's all for speed. She wants the leader. She's gone as close as she could to the fence, and she's going to be setting the tempo early.
Awesome Lodge looking to go back-to-back, Patch.
Yeah, Shona, firstly on the draw, box 4, is that sticky or possibly not too bad for her?
Well, it's possibly not too bad for her. It's her early pace. She needs to come out running, and I don't think it mattered where she drew. It was just going to be what was around her.
It's probably the biggest left field selection that the Phoenix has ever seen from a greyhound point of view. What is it about her that gives you guys the confidence that she can perform in a race like this so early on in her career?
Look, we didn't make the decision until Thursday morning. It wasn't made lightly. Obviously, when we purchased the slot, we were hoping Explicit would still be going as well as he could, but he suffered a little injury in his last race start at Bendigo, put things back a little bit with him. So we made the call then that we'd rule him out. And we took until Thursday morning. Just think it's the X factor about her. She's had some time off. Her runs back have been sensational. She's pretty full of herself, so I don't think the crowd or anything like that will bother her at all. She, if anything at all, she'll puff her chest out and thrive on it. So it's a big ask for her, but we're pretty happy with our decision.
4 wins from 5 starts, none of them have been on a city track. So what experience has she had at city tracks to be best prepared she can to win a race like this?
Look, she trialled last week, had a 500, and that was probably the deciding factor, that she went super. Jason was wrapped with where she's at. She just does everything right. And it just seemed like, our gut feeling was her, so that's what we went with. When you say super, how super? Very good. I'm terrible with times, Jace. I'm the last person that you should ask. But yeah, I do know that she went good, so they were very happy.
Sensational. Good luck.
Thank you.
Awesome Lodge with distinction, box 4 looking to go back to back, and Traders kept that greyhound prior to the box draw extremely safe, $17. Still the outsider of the field, but for a greyhound having just start 6, quite short. Deadly Avenger the last to come up, and no prizes for guessing what box that they will have to go with in the end. David Burke Constructions, Deadly Avenger, box number 6. Much improved run on Melbourne Cup night.
Yeah, the run on Melbourne Cup night off a wide draw was simply sensational. And at box 6, it might not be too bad. Mally Beauty's going to stay up the track in 7. They'll be hoping Distinction and Ariza Sparkles can come out with skates on and really tag him into the race. And if he's close enough, he knows how to get around the Broadmeadow circuit. He's a proven Group 1 performer.
Patchy?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. With Britton Cake here representing David Burke Constructions. You probably felt the pressure of today, but geez, it was made pretty easy in the end.
Yeah, obviously last drawn out, hopefully first home. It's not ideal, but as we've seen, he's an experienced chaser, so hopefully he can give it a red hot crack next week, and yeah.
Of course, Dave's the face that represents this mob, but it must be pretty cool in the last month or two, the build-up and everything so far, to be a part of the whole thing.
Yeah, obviously it's a new experience. First time we've ever been in the Phoenix, so it's pretty exciting. Got lots of friends involved, so should be fun next week.
How many people are coming on Saturday?
Oh, I think we've got 40 seats or spots, but I'm sure there'll be more than 40.
As there always is on the coattails in a race like this. All the best.
Thank you.
Here's the box draw for the Phoenix 2025 Slick Splits. Box 1 at $4.50 with Tab the Markets just come out. 2 Cumbria Jack is the favourite at $3.30. Kenya Mayhem, $8 already into 7. Jess, you're very, very quick. Box 3, 4 Distinction at $17. 5 Ariza Sparkles, $10. 6 Deadly Avenger at $6. 7 Mallee Beauty, $4.50. Now 5 and accredited at $12 after drawing box number 8. Who's the big winner?
Cumbria Jack for mine. He's just going to get the fence behind Slick Splits. He's the interesting runner, Slick Splits. Box 1, that they were thinking more where they wanted their opponents more than where they wanted to be. So that's an interesting play. And that's what you get when you get to pick your own box and you're first up. So they didn't do anybody any favours. So they looked after themselves, and they'll be hoping he can be at his best on box rise to move up to that middle part of the track. So there's been a few little moves in that tab market already. So everybody's been waiting for the box draw and to try to dissect what was going to be an intriguing box draw. So that the movers have been there, the early players have tightened a few up already, and there's going to be plenty of action in that market in the lead up to Saturday night.
Who's your early leading contender, Patch?
Well, it's interesting. I'm not exactly in the same train of thought as what Nath is. Given Slick Splits, he's not a lightning quick beginner, like start after start. Cumbria Jack, they just could be in a real similar spot early. And as guys have touched on, Slick Splits can get off the fence just that little bit. So I'm not sure if Cumbria Jack's the biggest winner in my opinion, but clearly Mally Beauty out in 7. It's where she wants to be. Accredited's not going to spear the start and then carve down towards the inside. So yeah, she's one of the bigger winners of this draw, as she was likely to be, given the preference of the camp and everyone else's preference to not be drawn near her.
Quick one, Nath. Who starts as favourite on Saturday? We see markets fluctuate wildly. We have in this race in particular the last 4 runnings of it.
No, Cumbria Jack starts favourite and shorter than most probably what's on offer now. He's the fastest greyhound in this race, and I disagree with Patch. He's only going to run 5:15, 5:20 early. Slick Splits is fresh. He hasn't been seen for 5 or 6 weeks. he'll come out running, he'll run 5 overs and the rail will be there. So he's got to hold that spot, and hopefully, you know, Kenya Mayhem Distinction and Riser Sparkles doesn't get in his way and get in front of him in that run to the corner, but they needed to be down near the fence and they got that today.
Well, we've got 6 days to dissect this field in terms of the form and trying to find a winner. There are going to be plenty of opinions floating about, which is why we love this great sport. Everything in build-up you can catch on social media or any of your racing outlets, on Sky One especially. Can't wait to be there for the 5th running of the Phoenix in 2025. Thanks to Cargo Hall and everybody here for joining us, and everybody for tuning in here on Sky Racing 1.